disclaimer, okay? PR statement. If this becomes a VOD, if Sev, my VOD manager, decides to make this into a VOD, just know, VOD frogs that have seen my reaction to the Passive Exile video, please don't come after me. They were being really mean in the comments. They were being really mean in the comments, guys. Get them. Get the VOD frogs. It's because I said there was I was kind of disappointed in like GGG, and they were like white knighting them. I'm like, they were like white knighting them, saying like there was a lot in this patch, and like I did say there was a lot in this patch. I was just stating my disappointment with like previous frustrations that like the promises on certain things happening and it didn't happen yet. I'm just frustrated, okay? Yeah, like I love GGG, okay? And I'm allowed to give my criticisms to GGG because, you know, that's the only way that a company will grow. And I feel like I gave valid criticisms, and I also stated that I understood that the project was a huge undertaking and it was just one team managing both games. I acknowledge that, okay? And I am a very understanding person, but I'm allowed to share my opinions and have my frustrations about things that were mentioned that would be part of the game and isn't part of the game yet. So, okay, that's just me being frustrated. I love GGG, okay? I love Path of Exile too. So I'm just gonna take a skim through. I'm gonna do like a little glance, little vibe check. So, new content features. Let's start with that, I guess. A little gander. Okay, new class Huntress. Ascendancy for Warrior, Mercenary, Witch. 25 skills, 100 supports. Spear and Bucklers. 100 unique. Does it show the unique items here, or does it just tell that there's 100 unique items? The quick peek maneuver is going to cost us bigly. It might get data mined. Okay. 12 rogue exiles, Asmirian wisp. Socketable items with new modifiers. Okay, well, let's look at like passive tree changes. New uniques, no, but changed uniques, yes. Okay. I wonder if they're changing previous ascendancy classes at all. I wonder, because some ascendancy classes were just straight booty, like the Way of Chayula for the monk. Wonder if they did anything to that. They've changed everything in some way. You regret going Chronomaster last time? I actually created a Chronomancer Aura bot, and that was really fun. Okay. Blind related clusters, volatility, range melee, hazard related, companion related clusters, presence, radius, and oh yes. Okay, me living out my aura bot dream. Radius, presence radius, and aura related clusters. That's pretty. My Discord kitten character will be so pleased by this. Banner related clusters. Okay, that seems like it could be really helpful for the new tactician ascendancy. Bleeding clusters, thorn, quiver. Wait, presence did get nerfed? But like the radius? Quiver was already busted. Why did they add another cluster? 6 to 4? 4 meters is absolute straight dog water booty ass cheeks. 6 barely felt like anything. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And you're gonna have to waste a couple of skill points and you're already stretched for skill points and you gotta waste that on aura related, presence related clusters if you want to go that route. What? It better be good. It better be really good clusters. My aura Discord kitten dream is over. Okay, added a new Crimson Assault Keystone passive. Crimson Assault causes bleeding you inflict to be aggravated. Okay. Trusted Kinship allows you to have 2 companions of different types, causes companions to have +1 to each defense for every 2 of the defense you have, and also causes you to have 30% less defenses. Wait, so companions, I'm guessing, is what one of the skills that you get from Huntress's area? Or like the spirit area where you capture a beast, like a pet. Acrobatics Keystone will grant 75% less evasion. Previously 70. They nerfed the fuck out of acrobatics. That's crazy. Okay. Goodbye, evasion builders. Goodbye. Eldritch Battery Stone passive now has additional property of doubles mana cost. What the? What the fuck? Okay. The Giant Blood passive now has triple attribute requirements of martial weapons. This previously only affected axes, maces, swords, but was described as weapons. What does this exactly mean? Wasn't it double before? I'm pretty sure it was double, but now it's triple. Oh gosh, triple. Just a text change to make it work with spears. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, it's been triple? Okay. Cat-like agility, notable. Provides 40% increased evasion rating if you dodge rolled recently. Previously 25. Oh, okay, that's actually huge. 40% from 25. That seems pretty big. Grants you 1% increased attack speed per 25, previously 15. That seems like a big nerf. Freedom of movement notable now provides 10% reduced movement speed penalty from using skills, previously 30% evasion rating if you dodge rolled recently. Heavy buffer now grants 5% of damage taken, bypasses energy shield instead of 10%. Okay. Icebreaker notable passive skill now grants additional freeze threshold equal to 50% of maximum energy shield, previously 100. So they're just nerfing a bunch of like the global defenses, which is understandable. Energy shield was really strong. Evasion was also strong, but not as strong as energy shield. So I mean that makes sense. That's understandable. Hopefully they do buff armor a bit more, because I still feel like armor is not exactly that strong still. They nerfed life as well. They're nerfing the best builds in like 10 ways. Yeah. That just means more build variety then, I would think. Mana Blessing notable passive no longer has 5% increased maximum mana and now provides 20% increase. Oh, okay. Right. Pile on now grants 30% increased armor break debuff effects instead of its previous effects. I guess the mana ones is just to avoid people from just all in on what's it called? The chaos inoculation with Eldritch Battery or something. That's what they usually go for. So this is probably just to reduce how strong chaos inoculation is. Yeah, there was like 12k mana over mine builds. Dude, everyone's going that. Polymathy notable now grants 7% increased attributes, previously 10. So that's a rip to Gemling monks, but still probably strong. The raw mana provides 8% instead of 12. Okay. Spaghettification grants plus 13 to all attributes instead of 7% increase. It also now provides negative 7% to chaos resistance. That's pretty good. I would say this doesn't feel as bad to take now. But this was obviously much stronger than the 13 attributes, I feel. But this feels a lot better to take, I would think. It's a complete butcher for Gemling. Yeah, I mean, well, Gemling was really strong anyway, so it was a given that I was gonna take a hit. The split the earth notable passive now has 10% chance for a mace skill to use yourself to cause aftershocks, dealing the same damage to enemies within 1.8 meters. Oh, the area previously not specified. Okay. Now provides 12% reduced movement speed penalty from using skills while moving. Previously increased 3% movement speed. Your stun threshold no longer has your stun threshold doubled. Instead now has cannot be light stunned. The small attack damage with nearby ally passive skill in the killer instinct cluster has been replaced with another small passive skill providing 10% increased attack damage. That's good. Small passive skills that previously provided 8% increased effective auras from your aura skills now have a value of 5%. Notable passive skills that provided 20% increased effective aura from your aura skills. That's a huge nerf. Isn't this a huge nerf? Rip aura kitten. What the hell? What the hell? Guys, Discord kitten is ruined. It's so not... We're so not back. Okay. Many skills have had their base damage and or damage growth per level rebalanced. Most of these changes are not specifically mentioned below, as the changes are too widespread. Adjusted minion damage and life scaling. General damage and life is the same early, but lower than before at higher levels, especially... Oh, hell no. They nerfed minions? They nerfed minions. Tavern, thank you for the tier 3. Adjusted skeletal clerics heal life scaling accordingly. Like in a good way or a bad way, please. Adjusted the target life threshold for skeletal arsonist explosive demise skill accordingly with the life scaling changes. Archmage now causes non-channeling spells to gain 3% of damage as extra lightning damage for each 100 maximum mana you have at all gem levels. Previously 5 to 6 at gem levels 14 to 20. So that's a nerf. Quality now provides 0 to 10 reduced reservation instead of granting non-channeling spells. That's a huge nerf. Ancestral Totem now explicitly states that it wields two-handed mace to clarify that it benefits from your mace-related stats. Okay, so that makes sense why my fucking Ancestor Warriors was doing booty damage. That makes so much sense. What the fuck? I was like, well, this is crazy. The Ancestor Warriors are actually so trash. That the saddest thing is Hexblast is so dead and curses suck ass now. And they probably did that to accommodate for the new Lich class, because the Lich class or Ascendancy has curse or like chaos damage, curse related keystones. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know. I'm not feeling so excited. Banner skills now have an aura radius of 4.5, previously 4, and are now correctly considered aura skills. Okay. Hope there's some good news in this log. Yeah, it just feels like mostly just nerfs at the moment. Doesn't seem like too many great changes. It feels like a lot of the things that I enjoyed are getting nerfed. And I don't feel like they were the things that I enjoyed were particularly that strong anyways, because I avoided going any strong meta builds to avoid the exact reason of it being nerfed. But then my build got nerfed anyways. Most of the nerfs should have gone on 3 months ago. Yeah, these are just global changes. Yeah, minions weren't even OP and they still got nerfed. It's crazy. Direct minions now have a 0.5 second cooldown. I would say like the builds that were insanely strong were ones like definitely gemlings. Gemlings were crazy strong. Monks were pretty strong out there, and rangers were pretty strong. And then there was a specific build that was really fucking strong on if you had a Temporalis and you were going the Witch Ascendancy, that the Blood Mage and I forget what it was, but it was like cast on dodge, and you like clear the map almost instantly with that build. Temporalis is nerfed, thank God. It's locked behind pinnacle boss drops. Oh, okay. GGG generally nerf skills that are being played disproportionately more than others. That's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. I'm sad. Hammer of Gods no longer has a cooldown, but now requires 20 glory to use. Okay, rip Chronomancer Hammer of the Gods. I'm so curious. Is there gonna be a free reset skill tree this update for people that don't want to start the new league? Because there's some people that went... There should be? Okay. There better be. There better be, I swear to God. They give a free reset. Okay, cool. Glory is a resource that gets built up by heavy stunning enemies. The amount of glory gained is based on the stun monster's power. That's so interesting. Making another meter for Hammer of the Gods. When I feel like it was such a niche build to go, like no one really used Hammer of the Gods too much, I feel. If you're a real one, you make a new character. Well, yeah, but for people who don't want to make a new character because they don't have time. Some people just want to keep their previous character. Everyone used it though. Every 5 warriors, every one of the 5 warriors that used Hammer of the Gods. I'm saying as like Hammer of the Gods, or like in general, not a lot of people went that specific build, I guess. There's a lot more builds that people went. PoE is not a game designed for people who don't play it a lot. I mean, there are people that play it casually though, so I don't know. I feel like you can't rule out the people that casually play the game versus the people that play it like constantly. Because I feel like I'm a kind of a casual player. Hammer of the Gods was nearly mandatory in my opinion if you were a warrior. Hex Blast can now only detonate curses for which at least 50% of the duration has expired. This means it can never explode curses that have infinite duration. Oh, that's so sad. That's so funny. That's so funny. That's crazy. Curse orbs will be visually different when 50% of the curse duration has expired. If you have a Hex Blast equipped, the explosion radius of the Hex Blast has been increased by 2 meters. Oh, increased to 2 meters. And it now has a maximum of 3 explosions per cast. First PoE 1, now 2 for Hex Blast. They really just... Damn. Was Hex Blast that strong? Did anyone go Hex Blast? Was it that strong? They took it behind the shed and shot it. This game is so ass now. I'm sure with the new skill gems and the new weapons and the new ascendancies, we'll still have a lot of fun. This is just generally nerfing like the really strong staple builds that was in the first season of this Path of Exile 2. So I'm sure there's a lot of other very, very strong builds that we just don't know of yet until we actually get in and play. It's just a little sad to see like one of your fun builds that you enjoyed and wasn't even that OP get nerfed. So we'll see. We'll see a lot of new cool builds come out for sure though. Don't forget they changed damage and damage scaling without telling in the patch notes. Probably just nerfs anyways. Yeah, that's true. Improved skeletal clerics behavior to reduce cases where they would run at enemies and attempt to attack them. Maces kind of still look like hot garbage. They fucking they probably like nerfed the warrior again. Well, not again, but they probably nerfed the warrior where it like attacks slower, even more slower than before. Wait, Mantra of Destruction, Purple Flames of Chayula now has a duration of 8 seconds, previously 6. Permafrost bolts now scale freeze buildup with gem levels. Profane Ritual now has a radius of 2.2 meters previously. Oh, that's pretty cool. I always really thought that Profane Ritual is a cool skill gem, and I always wanted to make it work, but I never could because it requires a corpse and I don't know. I wanted to make Profane Ritual work, but maybe with the increased radius it could. I'm not sure. I don't know. Now has a duration of 5 seconds instead of 4, and maximum 2 spirits summoned per spell, previously 5. The description of Raging Spirits. I knew they would change this. I knew Raging Spirits was too strong. It was so strong. I knew they would change it. And only for 30 spirit. This was a 30 spirit skill gem. And you could spawn 5 with 1 ability. Was crazy. They can't nerf Warrior if he gets 3rd ascendancy in the update. No, they're gonna nerf him, trust. They're gonna be like, actually, armor provides no defense bonus and it's purely cosmetic. Purely for role-playing purposes. If you wear armor, you're actually slowed by 50% because armor realistically would slow you down if you wore it. He twists his ankle and lore so he has 10% movement speed. Because he's the son of a blacksmith and he was trained in blacksmithery, he accidentally smashed his hand, so now he's only one-handed and you can only use one weapon in one hand. And he has negative 15 fire resists. Skeletal Storm Mage chain count now scales up with minion level up to 4 chain. Previously, whoa! Storm Mage buff! Let's go! Storm Mage buff! Yippee! Skeletal Frost Mage Ice Bomb has an 8-second cooldown instead of 6. Causes to inflict more stun buildup instead of having increased maximum life. That's huge, actually. That's huge. Skeletal Warrior can no longer be engraved in the gem cutting menu as it was only provided as a stopgap until the functionality was implemented. Let's see. Unearthed bone construct duration is now 15, previously 12. Quality now provides seconds to... Oh, that's huge. This is a big buff. This is a huge buff. Ingenuity got nerfed again after the patch notes came out. That is kind of what I expected, considering one of the new ascendancies gives you another ring slot. So I was like, there's no way that they're not gonna touch Ingenuity if they're giving you another ring slot for that ascendancy. It just makes sense. Ingenuity only gives a 10% buff. Wait, what? Actually... It doesn't work with the 3rd ring slot. It doesn't work with the ring slot. Does the keystone where it increases 25% of amulet and ring efficacy, does that work for the 3rd ring slot? That one works? Okay, interesting. Let's see. Withering Presence, withered duration is 6, previously 4. Now withers enemies in your presence every 1.74, 1.42. previously. Oh, this is huge. Huge chaos builders buff, actually. Huge buff for chaos damagers. Poison cloud on gas arrow, gas grenade, and decompose now gain 20% more radius per second, up to a maximum of 80. All previously 50, up to a maximum of 200%. So this is a nerf, right? Did they not touch heralds, or am I missing something? Let's see. Herald. Herald. Oh, here's the herald skills. Skills with attack hits now properly state their hits cannot be evaded. Herald of Ash explosion radius is now 1.2, previously is 1. So that's a buff. Quality now provides additional 5% overkill damage, contributes to base ignite damage instead of previous ignite surrounding enemies if overkill damage is at least 0.2 of enemy's maximum life. Herald of Ice explosion radius is now 1.6 instead of 1.8. Herald of Plague now requires martial weapon, making it consistent with the weapon restrictions of the other Herald skills. Thunderbolt impact radius is 1.4 previously. So they just nerfed the radius? Did they nerf the damage at all? On-kill effects of Herald skills can no longer trigger from skills caused... Oh, hell! Herald builders. R.I.P. Omega nerf. Now all the monks that literally flick their bean once, a millimeter of bean flicking and the screen explodes, it doesn't happen anymore. I'm sorry, monks. You have been botched. Herald got fired and sent to the mines. Chain procking thunderbolts dead. Herald abusers get wrecked. Ascendancy changes. Okay. I'm scared. I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. Is there any changes to my girly pop witch? Is there any changes? Oh no no. Oh no no. The surprising strength ascendancy notable passive now provides 50% more damage against heavy stun enemies, previously 40. Okay, buff. Okay, buff. Earthbreaker ascendancy now provides 25% chance for slam skills to use yourself to cause aftershocks. Okay, Titan buffs. Okay, they deserve it. The Warcaller Bellow ascendancy passive now causes war cries to explode corpses, dealing 25% of their life as physical damage instead of providing corpses in your presence explode when you war cry. Dealing 20... Wait, what? Oh, so this is not... doesn't even have to be in your presence. You just have to war cry and then all the corpses on the screen will explode. Is that what it means? This allows for war cry area of effect to scale the corpse explosion radius. Interesting. Turtle Charm Ascendancy passive skill now has 25% less block chance. Previously 35. Okay. Encased Jade skill has been reworked. It now consumes all stacks of Jade to grant guard based off your maximum life for each Jade stack consumed. Now has minions from this skill have a 1% increased accuracy rating per 3 of your dexterity. Minions from this skill have a 1% increased damage per 3 of your strength. The minions granted by the skill. Chat. Chat. Ancestral spirits build incoming. Ancestral spirits buff. Warrior minion build incoming. The pinning skill has its cooldown lowered to 10 instead of 15. Let's go! Jade Hulk damage now has 300% more stun buildup instead of 200. Grants 10 rage on hit, previously 5. And 20% increased skill speed instead of 10. Shell Aura from Spirit Turtle now grants nearby allies 80% increased defenses instead of 50. And 40% increased block chance instead of 25. Aura bot ancestral spirit minion warrior build. Huge buffs. What the fuck? Huge buffs. What? Okay, wait a second. Wait a minute. I can't believe they actually did something for the ancestral spirits, because I thought they were such a cool concept, but they were so booty ass cheeks. Why would you ever run those? Like, they literally did nothing. Gemling Legionnaire. Okay. Enhanced effectiveness ascendancy passive skill now grants 20% less attribute. Ooh. Let me just eat my mango to that. RIP. It no longer provides +3 skill slots. Instead, now causes skills to gain 20% increased damage per socketed red support gem, 6% increased skill speed per socketed green support gem, and skills gain 20% increased crit chance per socketed blue support gem. I feel like that's good. Is that good? Is that good? It doesn't seem bad. Okay, anyways. The implanted gems ascendancy passive skill no longer provides +1 to all level of skills. Instead, it now provides a choice between +2 to all levels to skills with a strength requirement, 2 to dexterity, or 2 to intelligence. That seems not that bad, right? I feel like that's not that bad. But you just have to go a specific build. Yeah, you just have to focus on one specific build. The No Mercy Ascendancy passive skill now causes you to deal up to 40% more damage to enemies based on their missing concentration, previously 30%. Obsessive Rituals Ascendancy passive skill now provides 35% less armor and evasion rating, previously 50%. And the Sorcery Ward Barrier recharge delay has also been reduced by 2 seconds at all gem levels. This is pretty good. Witch Hunter did feel a lot less desirable than a Gemling. So them buffing Witch Hunter and making them more survivable seems pretty good. I still feel like it's kind of a lesser ascendancy, but we'll take the buff either way. Let's see. Deadeye. Deadeye was a stronger ranger ascendancy, right? Thrilling Chase ascendancy passive skill now provides You consume a frenzy charge, you count as having consumed twice as many, previously a 50% chance, and described in a slightly different way. I don't really know what that means though. What does that even mean? I don't really care about Pathfinder, to be honest. Oh, better overall? That's crazy. Deadeye being a really strong ascendancy, getting a buff is crazy. Bye, Grazvi. Bye-bye. Pathfinder got some nice buffs. Added a new sustainable practices ascendancy passive skill, which provides 30% of evasion rating. Also grants elemental damage reduction, requires practical remedies. Provides the ability to allocate grounding stick, dowsing vial, or thawing campfire, which provide immunity to shock, immunity to ignite or freeze, respectively. Enduring elixirs. Immunity to freeze is actually one of the best things you could possibly have. That's insanely good, actually. In my opinion. Because, like, if you get frozen, you're probably dead. If you get immobilized or stunned or frozen, you might be dead. That's why everyone uses a freeze charm. The Embrace of Darkness Ascendancy passive skill now provides 8 plus maximum darkness per level, previously 5. Ravenous Douse Ascendancy no longer provides Mana Leech is instant. Instead, it now provides Mana Leech recovers based on other damage types as well as physical damage. Honor Last during the trial of Sekimus is now taken before the Acolyte of Chayula's Darkness. I don't feel like this seems that great. I don't know. Why is Infernalis's list so huge? I'm scared. I'm scared. This is the ascendancy of my main. I'm scared to read that. What the fuck? I'm so fucking scared. Oh gosh. The and protect me from harm ascendancy passive skill now provides 50% less evasion, previously 40. Blood Barb's ascendancy passive skill no longer provides 10% of damage gained as physical damage. Now causes bleeding you inflict on cursed targets to be aggravated. Added a new Between the Cracks ascendancy passive skill that causes critical hits to ignore monster armor. Requires sanguimancy. Okay, demon form skill granted by demonic possession ascendancy. Passive skill now has a cooldown of 15 seconds, previously 20, so that's kind of a buff. And maximum demon flame of 10, previously uncapped. So you can... It's only capped now? You can never go above 10? That seems... Wait, you now lose a flat amount of life per second per demon flame, scaling with skill level rather than a percentage of your maximum life. The dodge roll while in demon form has also had its distance reduced. So that's a buff, right? Rather than... The dodge is a nerf, but the buff to flat amount taken, but also a nerf to your damage. Default is 10, but you can get uncapped. Oh, you can get uncapped. Okay. Flat amount means you can manage it better. Okay, so it's easier to manage. Uncapped was a source of DPS previously. Okay. The Seething Body Ascendancy passive now has well on high Infernal Flame. You and your allies in your presence gain 50% of damage as fire damage. Previously 20. That's a huge buff. That's good, I think. The Grinning Immolation Ascendancy passive now provides 50% more critical damage bonus. Previously 30%. That seems huge. Pyromantic Pact Ascendancy passive skill now causes 50% of Infernal Flame to be lost per second if none was gained in the past 2. Previously 10%. The Bringer of Flame Ascendancy passive skill now causes all damage from you and your allies in your presence to contribute to ignite chance and magnitude instead of providing well, not low on Infernal Flame. Oh wait, wow. So you don't need Infernal Flame at all. You just, this is just a presence. This is just a presence thing. That is very interesting, actually. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. The Loyal Hellhound Ascendancy passive no longer causes 20% of damage from hits to be taken from your... I'm crying. I'm actually fucking crying. Rip the doggo. Rip the dream. Rip the Loyal Hellhound. We will not be taking the Hellhound. What the fuck? What the hell? That's literally the only reason why I took the dog. Time to respec. Master Darkness Ascendancy passive now grants Demon Flame has no maximum. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. So before it was you had unmaxed Demon Flame, and then you'd have to progress further in the tree to get maxed Demon Flame. But people mostly took the unmaxed one, so they swapped it. They reversed it. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so it's, I think, actually, I don't think it's a buff in a way that you actually will have to require using more points to get uncapped Demon Flame though. Like that means you need to use 2 more points in your Ascendancy tree. So that's kind of a nerf. But you don't need the dog anymore. Oh, that's true. That's true. It does make more sense, but that means you lose out on two Ascendancy points. The small mana Ascendancy passive skill now provides 3% increased maximum mana, previously 4. After allocating the Pyromantic Pact Ascendancy passive, you will now have at least 1 maximum Infernal Flame, even with 100% reduced maximum mana. Okay, that's interesting. What the heck? Using blink while in demon form now plays an appropriate animation instead of landing to blink. Circular Heartbeat Ascendancy passive skill has been removed. Rapid River no longer has a prerequisite. Quicksand Hourglass Ascendancy passive now grants every 10 seconds gain 50% more cast speed for 5 seconds, previously every 12. Okay, that's a buff, I feel. Added a new Flood of Echoes Ascendancy passive skill that grants the Unleash skill. Stormweaver. Force of Will gives 1% increased area. Oh no, increased effect of Arcane Surge on you per 25, previously 15. So that's a nerf, I think. Causes exposure you inflict to lower the effective resistance by additional 12. Nerf also. Provides 25% less mag. Okay, also nerf. No longer provides 4% increased maximum mana and now provides 12% increase. Wow. They literally said, Stormweaver, you want to come to the back real quick? We need to have a talk, and they pull out the Glock and shoot it in the head. Yep, rip Stormweaver. Meanwhile, Deadeye gets a buff. Meanwhile, Deadeye, straight up no nerfs whatsoever. One singular buff. Yeah, okay. Okay, GGG. Okay. We know who the favorites are. We know damn well that the Huntress also is going to be one of their favorites. And that's why they released Huntress before the Druid. Even though they said Druid is very far along and literally almost complete. But we still don't have Druid. I'm just saying, 3 months. 3 months and only one class. Yep. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Mind you, they said 6 months to 1 year for full release. You know what? You know what, GG? You got me. You got me. At least we have Spectres. True. I'm excited for that. Now imagine being a PoE 1 player and waiting a full year for a new league. Oh, it's a good thing I'm not a PoE 1 player then. Ooh. Thankfully, I'm gonna have Switch 2 things to do. True. True. That'll keep me occupied. That means in the next 3 months, we will either get 1 new class, or they'll release at least 2 classes if they're gonna. I don't know. I mean, someone did say that the lead dev for Path of Exile, said that it won't release within the year timeline that they were expecting. So there's also that. There is also that. Player changes? What is player changes? Characters are now required to be at least level 25 to enter cruel difficulty areas and level 50 to enter endgame areas. Player base attack speed while unarmed is 1.4 attack per second. Killing palm, shattering palm. Wait, you can do an unarmed build is what this is saying? PoE 2 needs to get some 30k word count patch notes like PoE 1 does to show these new players what's up. There are unarmed skills and builds. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll do an unarmed build. I wonder how that would work though, considering you don't have a weapon to scale your damage. Freeze now builds up 48% slower on enemies. Holy... Okay. Man, Presence wasn't 6 meters wasn't even that big. Am I being trolled right now? 6 meters was not even that big. Four meters is perfectly average. Come on. There was a unique helmet that doubled your presence, your aura presence, or your presence radius by to 12 meters, and even the 12 meters was like only just enough to cover like the full screen. So, but there was barely anything that increased your presence radius other than getting a scepter that would do it. So I'm curious what the nodes or the clusters will be like for that. And maybe the new clusters will have something huge for it. Player base element threshold is now half of maximum life, previously all of maximum life. Okay, okay. Monster modifiers stolen from rare monsters such as True Behead support have had the effect they provide to players adjusted to be more appropriate. Cruel version of Candlemass Essence now provides 5% increased life instead of 8. 30% less movement if you've been hit by an enemy. Blocking a hit by raising your shield or parrying now gives you a chance to avoid accumulating heavy stun. Build up equal to the chance you would otherwise have had to evade the hit. Players can no longer be light stunned while their shield is raised. Modifiers to curse effect have been changed instead to apply to curse magnitude. Wait. So if you were to have the aura curse skill on, where you put your curse inside the aura, you cannot increase the magnitude of the curse with aura effects anymore. Is that what it's saying, or can you still do that? Do you need curse magnitude effect now? I don't know. It's just a math change. Oh. For example, curse magnitude and slow magnitude are now multiplicative with each other for temporal chains. Multiplicative means, in this case, worse, right? I don't know, my brain hurts. Oh, it's better? I always forget the difference between multiplicative and additive in GGG terms, I guess. I think it might be better. This one is weird. Players have a 50% more light stun threshold per time stun in the past 4 seconds. Heavy stun bar now doesn't start emptying until the heavy stun animation has finished. Heavy stun duration on a player's is 3 instead of... Holy! What the fuck? You're dead. You're actually just cooked. Oh my god. What the fuck? Heavy stun is really rare. Players cannot block or evade hits while they are heavy stunned. Critical weakness stacks now track duration individually rather than refreshing the duration of all stacks when a new stack is gained. Pinned targets can no longer evade. Okay. Base duration for Endurance Frenzy and power is 15 instead of 20. Revivable minions now spawn with their skills on cooldowns. On cooldown, this applies to newly summoned minions, not minions that... What the fuck? Bruh. Why minions getting nerfed? What did we do? What the hell did we do? You know, it's crazy because you know that one Breach Pinnacle boss, the fucking Zest guy, that zesty bitch with the hand for wings? Minion builds struggled with that, reaching the end of that. At least if you didn't have like a really good minion build. But like, you could be a fucking Deadeye or like, I don't know, any other class and it would be smooth sailing because they don't have to rely on the fucking AI of minions. Minions got nerfed way less than everything else. Just wait till you see the skill nerfs. Instead of making other classes better, they drag the tops down. Do not read it out loud. What? Never mind. Persistent minions granted by ascendancy passive skills will now automatically be summoned when you allocate the passive for the first time. Ancestrally boosted slam now has 30% more damage and 20% more area effect. That seems good. That seems really good. I think players and monsters now only count as moving while moving. What? Rather than for the whole length of many animations that have some movement during the part of them. Setting a stat to a specific value such as Chaos Inoculation, setting your life to 1, or Blood Magic, setting your mana to 0, now occurs before conversion is applied to that stat, rather than being ignored by conversion. Now occurs before the... Now... Oh, so does that mean... So if you were to use Ghost Wraith and then you Chaos Inoculation, that means it doesn't count Ghost Wraith's added energy shield. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't understand why it worked in the first place. That was definitely... seemed fucking broken. Microtransaction changes. Everything on the microtransaction shop is $0. Holy. Free cosmetics. Look for scepters in the bug fixes. Okay. Scepter. How do you spell scepter? Scepter. Okay. Skeletal Warrior can no longer be engraved in the gem cutting menu and was only provided as a stopgap. Wait. Skeletal Warrior skill granted by some scepters now allow you to summon additional skeletons by reserving spirit. In the addition to the 2 free skeletons it grants automatically. That's pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. Discipline and purity auras granted by some scepters now apply to the player wielding the scepter as well as their... Oh, that's huge. That's huge. It applies to the player now. That's so awesome. That's so huge. That's so huge. Scepters can now only roll up to +4 to level of minion skills. Previously 5 existing items are unaffected. What the fuck? Scepters can now only roll up to 80% increased presence of area. Previously 30. That's huge. Divine Orb can be used on existing items to obtain these new values. Wand, Scepter, Staves, and Foci can now roll up to 150, 164 maximum mana. What? What is coming? What is coming? Fixed a bug where stomping ground support would not function if you had a wand or scepter equipped. Fixed a bug where some auras granted by scepters did not update when presence radius changed, such as through the Alpha Howl's unique. Fixed a bug where Sacred Flame unique scepter applied its enemies in your presence resist elemental damage based on their lowest resistance aura. See, I knew that fucking scepter was bugged. Fixed a bug where modifiers on scepter did not stack. Multiple players within a party can now have the same scepter modifier and it will stack. This also fixes an issue where Leer casts could not stack. That's interesting. Fixed a bug where quality on scepters multiply the amount of spirit they granted instead of granting quality to their inherent. So that was a bug? You're lying. You're lying. You mean to tell me that, right? That was a bug. You're so funny, GGG. You're so funny. You're so funny. That was a bug when it explicitly said it was for spirit. Got it. Got it. You're so funny. Yeah. You caught me. You caught me. What the fuck? Yeah, sure, it was a bug. Nice April Fools, GGG. That's so fucked up. What in the fuck? Check Grim Feast. Okay, Grim Feast can no longer be engraved in the gem cutting menu. Existing Grim Feast gems have been disabled. We aim to... Are you kidding? It's just deleted. It's just fucking deleted. What is happening? Oh my god. They fucking deleted that shit. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. It was okay. I admit it was broken as fuck. It was pretty broken. But damn, it's just gone. It's just fucking gone. Holy. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. What other changes will I be totally happy about, chat? What other changes should I check on this patch notes? It's just all nerfs. It's just all fucking nerfs. Look at curse changes. Do I want to? Do I want to? Choir of the Storm amulet. Once again, triggers lightning bolt. Previously greater lightning bolt. What? Oh. Okay, I got it. Ascendancy's unique amulet now has 50 plus 50 to 100 to all attributes. Previously 80 to 100. Existing versions of this unique can be made worse with a divine orb. Oh god. Well, gacha players, you're gonna love this. Ghost Wraith unique body armor Now provides 25% of maximum life converted to energy shield, previously 50. This was pretty strong. This was a pretty strong unique, so I'm not surprised it got nerfed. Ingenuity belt no longer has 40 to 80% increased bonuses gained from equipped rings. Instead, it now has 30 to 50. That's still pretty strong, I would say. It's not that crazy, but it's decent. And 30 to 50 increased bonuses gained from equipped right ring existing versions. It's okay. It's decent. Clue? What? Your legacy ingenuity is safe. Wait, so if you have a legacy ingenuity that had 100%, like 80%, 90%, it stays the same. That's crazy. Refresh the page. Why? What changed? What changed? How do I know? Oh, ingenuity changed? Okay. Ingenuity. Ingenuity unique no longer has 40 to 80% increased bonuses gained from equipped ring. Now has 20. Holy. Oh my god. They said, actually, you know what? Actually, instead it now has 20 to 30% increased bonuses gained from equipped left and right ring. It now has +1 or to 2 charm slots. Negative 20 to 20% increased charm charges gain. Negative 10 to 10 reduce charm charges used. That's funny. That's funny. I want to take a like a temporalis now. Oh, temporalis. Temporalis unique body armor now causes skills to have -2 to 1 second cooldown. Previously -4 to 2. So why even run this? Existing versions of this item can be updated to the new values with the divine orb, but why would you? True. Your legacy temporalis is safe too? Bruh. This is wild. This is fucking wild. Well, any other changes you want to hurt my heart with? Any other changes y'all want to fucking break my heart with? Oaksworn? Is that my shield? The Oaksworn unique shield no longer... I wish I had a gun asset. I wish I had an asset that was straight up just a gun. Cause what in the hell is happening? Persona! And now provides 50% increase. Ain't nobody want this. Nobody wants this. What in the fuck? Give me my spirit back. What the fuck is happening? Holy shit.
I've heard of breaking someone's spirit, but Triple G took it pretty literally.
Hand of Wisdom. Where's Hand of Wisdom? The Hand of Wisdom and Action Unique Gloves now adds 1 to 10 lightning damage to attacks per 20 intelligence, previously per 10. That's a big nerf. And now provides 1% increased attack speed per 20 dexterity, previously 3% per 25. The per attribute changes will affect existing items. While a divine orb can be used to obtain the remaining value changes, the unique is also now found as the spiral wraps base type instead of furtive wraps. This change does not affect existing items. Wow. That's crazy. I'm literally jumping. I'm literally fucking jumping. Cause what the fuck? What the fuck? I hate it here. I freaking hate it here. Everything is nerfed, so minions will be fine. True, true. Everyone got nerfed, so we all in the trenches. You know what? It's literally because they want us to play with the new items and the new classes and the new ascendancies that they nerfed all of the other popular builds, because they want you to play the new stuff with the new stuff. So it's fine. So it makes up for it. Thank you, Hysteria, for the raid. Welcome. How was your stream? How was your stream? Thank you. We're just currently looking at the Path of Exile patch notes and crying. Yeah, I think my first class, I'm very curious how the Huntress will play. So I'm gonna do probably Spear Huntress into like Ritualist, and then if that's not tickling my fancy, I will most definitely try. Actually, maybe I'll start with Spectres first. Maybe I'll go Spectres Lich. I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I want to play both. I'm gonna try both for sure. Yeah, Lich Spectres. I kind of want to try that, but I also want to try Ritualist, Spear Huntress. You're gonna make a Bleed Amazon. Yeah, Bleed builds are probably eating really good this patch because they added a lot of Bleed support gems and Bleed skills. And it seems like Huntress is kind of what you would go for if you do Bleed. Also, you probably could do Bleed with a warrior, with the like blacksmith of Kitava. If the Bleed Herald has some sound effect, the same pop effects as PoE 1. Warrior does have Booba. He's actually, the warrior is probably the hottest guy character in Path of Exile 2. The warrior is so hot. He has pecs. The blacksmith actually looks really strong. Are you coping? Are you just saying that, or are you being for real, for real? Just wait until we get Templar. I'm really excited for Templar. But at this rate, we're going to be waiting till 2027 till Templar comes out.